Now for this week on this little mini episode, we're going to look at two more of the, pretty much the rest of the real gears I have at the time of this recording. And I've really been digging these things. I'm actually really glad I picked these things up because they've been fun little tinker toys, you know, little cheap little tinker toys I can just like have on my desk. But here we have Meantime and Night Beat, based off of a digital watch and what can be described as a mixture of a, at the time in 2007, an MP3 player plus a cell phone, because this is meant to be an earpiece. But at the time, these weren't really common, and most people didn't know what to make of it. But at the time, people thought it was an MP3 player, and I do believe it was advertised as such. But to come with an earpiece, it's okay. But with these real-time guys, of course, they're smaller, they're cheaper, and they transform a lot more simpler. So to transform him, you just bring that out, and you can literally tell right now and just whoop, split that apart. He'll gain a little bit of feather split in this really nicely done clear blue plastic. I don't believe that he was part of the AllSpark Powers line that was made in 2008. I want to say all these came out in 2007. It was kind of hard. It's kind of hard for me to tell. You pull out the feet. The feet you do have to kind of like push down while you're centering him. Now, just like last week, I am reviewing one Autobot and one Decepticon. Now, the earpiece does have this like nice little tab you can just pull down, and to help cover up the buttons, this just pegs in just like that and holds very nice. He does have actually some wing articulation, especially thanks to the way he transforms. It can go forward, it can go back, he can curl up the wings just a little bit. But what doesn't show is a very worrisome plastic jointed wing where he can hold his wings up and you can kind of like make him perch a little. Make him perch just a little bit. Nah, the muzzle gets in the way. But I do like the detailing they put on the bottom of the tail feathers that actually make it look like tail feathers. And there's actual detail on the inside. God, I miss all this kind of actual subtle detailing instead of trying to justify the hollowing out that we have now these days. God bless. 10 years. 10 years does a lot. Oh yeah, the head can only do that. It has very little side to side. But what are you going to do about that? Again, some nice paint on it. Some nice, very nice silver paint. A nice little looking blue there. And we're going to put him to the side. And here we have Meantime, which, now I know I said in the last one were you looking for the 747, but this is 5/17/40 on January 2nd. I'm not really sure at the time of this recording what that's supposed to mean, but it's kind of hard. But I do like that they actually try to have readouts. You do have your optional buttons to, you know, like the mode, setting the time. And now if you look on the underside, it is kind of a mess. It really is. But when you actually try to wear it, some nice detailing on the back here. When you actually do try to wear it, which yes, my wrists are thin enough to wear it. When you do, that's the only downside to this one, is that you kind of have to basically fold and hold it in all the joints because this doesn't tab in that well. These are basically all four of these 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the notches that these fit in. And yes, it can fit in any of the four. Boop. There's that one. There's that one, and then there's that one. It can fit my wrist, I believe, on this one right here. But that's actually kind of cool. Again, I do like the gimmick of they're taking ordinary devices and giving them robot modes as if they were exposed to the AllSpark power. But that's enough about the watch mode because there's just like this one. I reviewed the more interesting ones last week. But how do you transform him? Well, we want to first start off by tilting the clock face, so it's upright. All we gotta do is separate, basically, oh, now you don't want to do it. Separate the arms and the legs, and in a classic bit of Automorph, you just, while you bring the legs down, the shoulders will rise, and the head will rise, and this will just click together like so. The feet will tilt, and these will fold back to form a heel. Tilt. Form a heel. My computer's going off. Bring these down, twist them around, and bring up... Why is my computer going off? Oh my word! What is going on? My Skype's blowing up. But, but he does have shoulder... He actually has some really good posability with him. With not only his shoulders doing this, but also having ball joints in the actual shoulders, a bicep swivel, and an elbow joint. I mean, like, this dude is bendy. You know, and even the legs are the legs are pretty much the exact same way, with a ball joint at the hip, a thigh swivel, and a knee, and a little bit more than a 90-degree bend. But thanks to the very large heels in the back, you really can't get that too much more out of him. But all nice and the same. The orange on here isn't really metallic. It looks more like it's painted on. You can't really tell in the video, but it is a little bit thin in certain places. But yeah, like I said, and these guys are really nifty, especially as Tinker Toys. Just to have them on your desk and to goof off every once in a while. And again, just like in my last video, I cannot recommend these enough, especially for little fidgeters like myself. Just to, you know, pick these guys up and goof off with them. I know a fellow reviewer who has this one, and it's missing a metric ton of paint because he played with it so much. But anyway, if you guys can pick these guys up for, you know, for the regular price of like $5 to $10, really do it. Especially if you guys can pick these guys up in like groups of 4 to 5 and really get a big discount. Definitely, you have my recommendation behind these. Well, anyway, guys, I just want to drop these things off, show them off. But I'll catch you guys next week. I'll catch you later. I'm Gone. I'm Ghost. I am Pastance. I'm out of here.